All praises, all praises, all praises, great praises, great praises, great glory, great glory, great praise, great glory goes unto the mighty one. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Make yourselves at home. Give me a second. Wait, what is that thing that making this noise? Let me go. All right, that's nice. Why is that mobile microphone here? No, not beep or beeping. Beep, beep. Okay. I was off time. Oh man. I don't know. Yes. All right. Shit. Whew. All right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Please give me a one if you can see me and hear me well. Shalom, beloved, shalom. Thank you, thank you. We will begin. Forgive me because of the whole fiasco, well, the whole hurricane fiasco. We have a truck outside that are trimming trees and doing stuff. So you might hear the beep, beep, beep and stuff like that. So as I'm advancing in age, my eyes are starting to failing me. There we go. Yeah, bring Jill in front. Are we ready to begin? Let's put a little bit more light. Yes. You know what? Let me turn this side to getting hot in here. All right. The holy slide whistle. All right. There you go. And again, beloved, forgive me. We will. You will. I will be interrupted. So, got some few folks that are here, and some of them are. A couple of them are 2/3 and stuff like that. There we go. This should be good. It is. Is it? There we go. It's better. Now, brethren, today we are going to study the sum of the um, intelligences of the zodiac, of the of Libra, of the zodiacal or zodiacal Libra. Since we are in Libra for the Libra Heights or Librites out there, uh, we are going to go into certain one of them after the prayers. And each of the zodiac signs, all of them, they have 12 zodiac sign that is known. Of course, scientists come, they say there is 13, and but according to what we are studying, there is 12. And then again, brothers, in our so-called reality and universe, they have 12. They're pretty much infinite of them. Okay, the Most High is ever creating. It's always creating on a loop. Create this, create. Just like when you have children, your children have children and children. That's how this universe is. This universe was born from another, born. This universe gave birth to another. Keep it continue. That's how the Most High do stuff. Okay, now with that being said, we are going to study the 12 zodiac sign that have the each of them has 30 angels in them, so to speak. There is more. There is literally infinite amount of them. However, according to the books that we are studying here, I gotta clear this table. According to the practice of magical evocation by Friends Brandon, the PDF is on the website. We will study. They go by 30, but the number 30, according to one of our sisters, Sister Sophia, when she was studying, the number 30 did don't exist, and this it's go from 0 to 29, but because of the uh, because of the study, because of we online, we don't want to confuse everyone. We will call the last angel number 30th, but the first angel is number 0. It go from 0 degree to 29 degree. So we are going to touch on them, not fully study all of them. The one that we're going to touch on today will be for Libra. So if you're a Libra out there, get ready. We have some good stuff for you. Then maybe later on we might come up and do and go in the beginning and do Aries and then Taurus. Day by day we do a little bit more every day. But today we'll do Libra because we are in Libra. The people that are Libra out there, uh, they should know about it. Now, a little bit update about the perfume or the cologne or fragrance. We have our connection over there in France, Paris, and not only it is extremely rare, however, it is extremely expensive. Before I move further, is everybody see the community posts of the PDF? Did you download it? Did you see it? Okay, we got one Libra in the miss. You may want to listen with attention. Okay, we don't want to confuse anyone. Did you see it? Okay, JC already downloaded. If you have not, let us know. Okay, and the PDF I want to point it in the post. I'm assuming in the PDF also. There is one thing I want to one correction that I wanted to make. It's not it is Lenava. Okay, it's not Levana. Okay, it's a little bit confused. Levana is like a band. It's kind of some musical thing. Most people tend to say Levana, but it's Lenava, okay, or Linava. Lenava is today. Today we are Lenava. To the Levana Heights out there, you should be wearing your white. That is, if you are into these type of things, you know. Okay, Black Knight is a Libra. This is your month, man. You do your thing. make your stuff. This is the month that you're supposed to get very serious, very attentive, pay attention to the moon. Now the moon is going, this is the best thing ever. The moon is going towards waxing full, so and stuff like that. So is Lenava with the H at the end. So if you are born on Monday, you are what they are called a moon person, a Lenava height. We come up with the term Lenavahite, just like a Levite, a Judite, a Zebulonite, a Gadite, a Ephraimite, a Hittite, a Edomite, a Jacobite. Well, there's no such thing as a Egyptonite, but a Hamite. In the group of Egyptian, there's multiple group of Egyptian, but there are two prominent one. There's a Hamite Egyptian and there's the Shemite Egyptian. The Shemites were our cousins. They were our brothers. We ruled together with them. Okay, they didn't have any problem with us. We taught them everything. When the Hamites came in and took over, they literally were afraid of us. They didn't want us to team up with the Shemites and come up against our loin, and then they enslave us. So that's what it was. The Pharaoh that came after Joseph and all that, they didn't know the Hebrews. The Hamites didn't know. So now it's Lenava. Okay. Lenava. Let me see if I got it here. If I got it correctly, give me a second, because it's a little bit tricky. Oh, there we go. We will begin the prayer. Let me read this. This is the Clavicula Salomonis. Okay. This is just study, brethren. Okay, we're just studying. Just start on so the people will refer to this thing as the proper way it should be. Okay. Right. Mm-hmm. Oh. There we go. All right. Oh, okay. Well, actually, that's what it is. Is Levana. Okay, Levana Heights. It's pretty confused. Okay, it's Levana. Levanah. Levana. Yeah, Levana Heights. Okay. It's not Lenava, but it's Levana. Okay, Levana. Okay, Levana Heights. No, Levites wasn't the firstborn. The firstborn son was Reuben, a Reubenite. So, okay, so it's Lenavahite. Now, again, like we mentioned, the so-called Lenavahites, they all were born on Monday. They are under the influence of the moon. Now, they go like the moon. They switch. They can adapt every quality that any other planet can. Actually, they affected every one of them. And Lenavahites are the one that are most likely they are the one that are prone to be diagnosed with a bipolar disorder, because their mood switch times on time. And it's not their fault, because that's how they are. It's not a bad thing, just like Shabbatite and so-called Shemeshites are the one they're the one that are prone to diagnose with ADHD, because they are so bright, they want to do everything at once. So in Lenavahites, they have this ability of imagination and dreamers. They are very well, when it comes to oracle vision and dreams, they are pretty good at that. If you could be another person, but when you were born, the moon greatly affected you. Okay, a planet, you could be born on Monday, but you are affected by Mars, you are affected by Madim, or you are affected by Jupiter, you are affected by most of the people. They are greatly affected by Noga. Okay. um and it depends on that. Now, with that being said, brothers, with all the stuff that we are quote unquote learning, we must apply them. At least I am. We must apply them. Now, everybody got it? The correction, okay, is Levana, Lenava. Damn it, Lenava. Okay, okay, Lenava. Is it Lenava or Lenava? This thing is, oh, it's upside down. Lenava, Lenava, because the people tend to say Levana. Okay, people tend to say Levana, but it's Lenava. Lenava, it's a Hebrew word. All those words are Hebrew words. Okay, all right. Where is it? It's just a spelling. Hmm. Okay, okay, Levana, Levana, Levana. Is that what that is? Yeah, Levana, Levana. Levana, 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 Levana. I don't know why I keep messing this up. Levana, 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 Levana Height, Levana Height. So now, this is the thing. This is the thing. We talked to one of the family over there, one of our people that in France, Paris. They went to one of those perfumeries. They call them perfumeries, one of those company factories where they manufacture those things. Again, remember in the beginning, brothers, what what we said. Levana Heights Pisces are pretty good because the moon and water, it's a nice combination. And when we go over there, we call them, they check. Most of the stuff they cannot find it. Again, all those things, the ingredient, we are those are not the perfume or cologne make. They are the ingredients. They are the ingredients. Okay, each of those key: heliotrope, iris, bruyere, geneviève, um, verveine, uh, pavo, and mint. Those are ingredients. Any, so to speak, perfume or cologne that have those key ingredient in it, they are good. What you're looking for, you're looking for the key ingredient. Now, when you have the key ingredient in there, that's what's going to make the chemical, well, the spiritual reaction, so to speak, that will activate the attraction or to repel. You don't have to necessarily go get a perfume or a cologne name exactly Genevieve or mint. As long as it has the mint in it, that's good. However, I would advise you to get the one that is the most pricey, if you can. Anyone will do. The cheap one will do, but as we know by rule of thumb, anything cheap is just anything cheap is just. It's not, you won't get the, it's the quality, certain things. When you're dealing with certain issue, you deal with the highest quality, because there are certain things, they are serious stuff. You're with serious stuff, you need the highest quality you can get. Okay, all right. Now, the people for Saturday, forgive me, I'm still doing this. I contacted the fellow, but this guy is extremely hard to reach, and he cannot come. What I want him to do is to take picture of the stuff and then send it to us, and then we will see if we can get the one that he actually get. For the people Sunday, the Shemeshite, you are in luck, because Sister Maya, she pretty much have exactly what you're looking for. She probably have the order 7 though. I haven't contacted her. Man, she will be pretty pissed off. I'm probably might going to see her today or tomorrow and ask her if she have all the seven. She probably have all of them. I didn't think of that though. You may want to contact her if you are interested in this and ask her if she has anything for this specific day, or you just say the ingredients and she will let you know exactly what it is. So that is what I want to clarify with the people over there. They check. They, of course, I said this before. They will not sell it to you like that, brothers. Okay, okay. They don't sell them to anybody like this. All right. They only sell them to key people because they know what they do. They know what they go for. We check one on. Can somebody do a little Amazon research? There is a cologne named Number One. Okay, Number One cologne or perfume. Just NO1 cologne. Just give us the price so we can show the nation because they know what those things do. This one has a key ingredient in it. Okay, it's called Number One. It's on Amazon. It's pretty much everywhere, but it's on Amazon. Number One, and also 1 million for the men out there. I will highly recommend 1 million and Sauvage, which is savage, but it's Sauvage is written in French. If you're going anywhere, you wear those things good, But they have key ingredients in them. Okay, people don't wear things for the sake of wearing things. Everything's come with plants, and each of those plants they have certain elements, certain chemical in them. When you put on you, there are certain things that come to you. Just like if you're walking around, this is gonna sound wrong. This isn't gonna sound bad, but forgive me. If you're walking around with the sour food, let's say a meat that went bad, what would you say you will attract it? If you're walking around with something that has a foul smell, a foul stench, if you wish, what is the element that you will attract? Flies. That's one thing. You will attract vultures. That's what it is. That's what you will attract death. Okay, because that's what it is. Okay, thank you. Some more. You will attract death. You will attract vulture flies. Now, who is the lord of the flies? Maggots. You will attract maggots. Who is the lord of the fly? If you know his name, put his name over there. Okay. Those guys, they like to hide their names. They like to switch their name so so they can confuse you. The Lord of, okay, all right. So that's the guy. That's the Lord of the Fly. So you will attract this fellow. Okay, you see how people are spelling it the wrong way. Okay, okay. You see, there's someone that say Baal's Bell. Okay, that's how they are. They always hide and shift their stuff. Okay. It's a cologne called Number One. Number One. It is written NO1. Okay, it's Beelzebub. You will have attracted him because that's the smell that you're emitting. That's why if a homeless person is in the street, they don't bathe, they don't take shower, they cannot attract good things. All right. Okay, somebody say $18. I don't think. No, it's not Chanel. Let me get the proper name. I think I give the wrong name here because everybody tried to imitate, and then give me a second. Let me pull it up. Um, let me pull it up for you folks. So you will see what I have talking about. There you go. Yes, you will not find it. Let me put it's called yeah, it's number one. You see, there are so many copies out there, it's really hard for you to find the original one. Let me put the stuff in there. Oh, it's too long. Ah man, let me put the name over there. Okay. There we go. All right. Somebody check the link. I just put it there. Somebody check the link and tell us the price. We will move on. We'll move in with the interview, with the prayer. Just want to prove something to the people. Okay. Clive Christian is $498. That's good. Okay. Okay. Jesse, it's $707. Okay, that's $707. That's for Cologne. They have so many others imitate this one. They don't have that key ingredient in it. All right. Can you imagine spending 707? Is that what that is? Okay, so yeah, so you just sit there. You're like, yo, son, you mean to tell me I'm gonna pay 700 and $7 to wear a perfume, the cologne? Okay, all right then. So yeah, all right. So people know why they wear it. Brothers, don't buy it though. Don't go out there and buy that. This is just an example, okay? Don't buy it. Don't go out there and buy it thinking, oh, this thing has some kind of thing Big Levi was babbling about. I'm gonna buy it and then, and spray it on my ass and then go over there and go out there and tell people, hey, smell my butt, smell like $700 I spent on it. No, no. This is just to show you there's a key ingredient in there that it is very rare, okay, and then they don't tell people about those things. And certain places that you go, they will not sell it to you. Just like there's certain incense, they won't sell it to you. Brother Hosea was in hell when he was trying to. He went. His angel is very specific. He went to multiple places looking for, and then till now, I don't think he ever found that incense. It's not like they don't have it. They don't want to sell it to him because, well, you are not part of them, so they don't sell it to anyone. Some of you out there, you just out of luck. You just don't have that luck. Somebody like a Shanashite, that stuff for cheap. Heliotrope, which is the flower they call the queen of the sun, okay, or the actual sun, so they can find it. But $707, I don't know who you are, what kind of job you're doing. That's a little pricey, sir. No, that's what they have on Amazon. There are other places you go. They won't be afraid to ask you $500,000 for one of those perfume. People think I'm making this up. They won't be. There are certain perfumeries that you go. They say, oh, this 500,000 upon orders only. You know how when people go to those perfume thing and then they just put a little something in there. Oh man, they ain't got no. They ain't got none of this thing. Nah, man. They don't do this bull like this, man. And then 500,000. It's not like the big. They give you like something. Let me see. Give me a second. Oh, this is even too much. Boy. Oh boy. Okay, 500,000 is something that's even too much. That's a beard or oil beard. That's like a lot. Yeah. That's like a lot. 500,000, sir. You do know what $500,000 is? That's $500,000. Why would I bought something $500,000? Some people know why they bought it, and because of certain things we cannot say online. If I had that 500,000, I would have bought this in a heartbeat because I know what it is for. Okay, it's can you imagine 500,000 times 500,000? That's what that thing can do, and they won't sell it to you. They, of course, brothers, they will never, ever, never, ever tell you these perfumes cost 500,000. When you come to those people, you said, I want, let's say, for the hell of it, Genevieve. Or say, oh, Genevieve? Oh, let us check. And then while they are checking this, they ask you a question. They say, um, Kima Isamadim. You're like, huh? They say, oh, I'm sorry. And they say, oh no, I'm sorry, that's something. And then they check, they say, oh, there's no Genevieve. I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry, ma'am. And then you're like, oh man, I've been looking all over. I can find these things. They're like, oh yeah, they are pretty rare. But if you know what you're looking for, you say, do you have Genevieve? And then they say, Isak is a Madim. You say Madim Isakia. And then they say 500,000. There's a code you have to say. They have to give it. They don't sell it to people like that. Those are real Hishmen. That's like when you're gonna do something, you're gonna call certain things. If you don't have this smell, this thing won't come here. So, hey, that's we just talk, okay? This is take this with a bucket of salt. You don't even take this with a grain of salt. Take this with the Pacific Ocean of salt. Please don't go out there and purchase a perfume for $500,000. Consult your brother Big Levi first. There's better use we can do with your 500,000. Beloved, let us keep on moving. Today is Monday, okay, of course, with the Levana Heights out there. Thank you for lending us your strength. We will go ahead and move forward, and we will go ahead and move forward and pray and ask for the Mighty One to bless us. Great glory, great praise goes on to the Mighty One, the one that created the heaven, the earth, and everything. And you, terrible and horrible God, we see what you did over there in Florida, Sunny Bell. Till now, I haven't get the meaning of the word Sanibel, but we can see the word El in Sanim or Sanabel. We know the Mighty One is sending messages left and right, and we thank Him. Great and holy God, we respect you. We bow before you. We yearn to learn from your wisdom. We hunger after your knowledge. As we are children, we are studying, we're having fun, and everything that is out there is, of course, is not from you. All knowledge from you. But in that sense, not everything that you want us to learn, not yet. There are certain things that go above our heads. We are humble enough to admit that and put it down and move to the other one. We say great glory, great praise goes unto you, great, holy and powerful one. You mighty one that give and take away life. You that give and take away death. We say thank you for creating everything upon this earth for our own use. Thank you for giving us the ultimate key, freedom. But you have put some rules and some restriction which we constantly violated. But 99.99% of the stuff that you created, we can use them at our will. We can do whatever we please with them, as long as they are not illicit demands. As long as they don't break the commitment, the law, they are within the boundaries, we are good. However, we've been learning and staying under the Gentiles sort of 500 years. It is quite difficult for us to work properly the way that the law is made. We are doing our best. Thank you for blessing us. Thank you for not being angry with us. Thank you for not giving us into great shame and great reproach. Thank you for protecting us. As we are moving forward, we are seeing the kingdom of the Gentiles is falling. As we are seeing that a new articles coming, both new article and new videos are coming. One of the article, of course, talking about Mark Zuckerberg is no longer one of the 10 most richest men in America, as if we do care about that. But however, we are seeing the enemy is taking heavy blow. We are seeing how TD Jakes himself stepped down. He had quote unquote retired and passed the the touch to his daughter. I have no idea which her name is, and because he been taking too much blow. Of course, people going to say, "Oh well, he retired because of the black women stuff." That he say, nope, that's not what that is. He had retired because the people are leaving, they are waking up. Our people are no longer interested in BS. All of the folks that are interested in BS and scum stuff, or that's like the bottom of below the bowel scrap nonsense, 2/3 in the mist. Even the gang 2/3, they stay far away from things like that. They're just heavily lost sheep, but some of them, if you bring them the thing the way it's supposed to be brought, they will come back to the Holy One. But at this point, beloved, everyone must wake up and come on their own. Not on their own term, but they must come by themselves. Once they come, they will ask for help. We are here to guide. We are here to bring the lights because we were sent here to be the light. We are here to help. That is, if they need our help. That is, if they want us to help them and support them and guide them. If they don't need our help, we do not offer our help like this. The help is here. If someone come, they ask for guidance, prayer. If they ask for support, if they ask for direction, we can help them. However, our job is not going out there and go beat people and then shame them into this truth, because if the Most High don't wake you up, you are asleep, and we can't wake you up. You can't wake up. At this point right now, if you're still asleep, there's a great chance I'm not the Most High. You're gonna stay asleep. But hey, great glory goes on to the Mighty One. We are seeing great progress in the midst of our people. I've been receiving a couple of emails from our beloved brothers and sisters, and they are seeing the same thing that I'm seeing. It's amazing when you're about to do something, or when you're seeing things and then you're seeing like people sending you emails, or you just read it somewhere that the person saw pretty much the same thing that you're seeing. There are a shift out there. Yes, hallelujah, amen. Yes, there's a shift. There's a heavy shift. This shift is coming and is here, and it's not going upon the upon the profane one. This shift is coming solely and only to the unprofane, to the inside temple people. There are two ways, beloved. We are inside the temple because we are all initiated by the angels. Okay, because when you pray, you ask the Mighty One. When you ask for this job application, they will send you tests. Some of you pass. A lot of the people fail this test. It's amazing. A lot of people fail the test, and a lot of you pass. You become an initiate. You become an AK warrior, and you will know you one of them. You one of us. You will know that, and you will know too when the Mighty One gives you into great shame and reproach. He had rejected you. With the Most High, there is no try again. He is a man of his word. His yes is yes forever, and his no is no forever. We had found grace and mercy and honor in his eyes. He had forgiven us. He had taken us. And then he had rejected the Gentiles. He has rejected the 83. As we can see, somebody made a comment the other day. They said the Gentiles always like to say money attract money. Money attract positive things because they were in the blessing. They could talk like this, and it was true, still true. However, you are not in your blessing now. No matter how much money that you get, it only going to attract curses. That is all. We are removing away from our curse. Whatever that we have right now will be multiplied, and only good things have to come. Therefore, we have to call those things. We have to put things there to attract them. Just like you don't want garbages and stuff inside your house, it will attract flies. roaches, maggots, vultures. You don't want those things inside your house. You keep your house clean. You put the anana in there. You put some fragrance. They will attract good things, positive things, because you have a positive spirit upon you. You have a positive energy upon you. The curse is moving away from you. The blessing is moving towards you, and he is going to overpowered you. All those things are coming. Therefore, you have to do the best that you can do to cleanse yourself. Spiritual bath, cleanse yourself. Repentance, Psalm 51, every single day if you can, every single week, every single month, anytime you can, repeat it, repeat it. Do this, clean yourself. Talk good. Don't get involved in little bit of bickering things with people. Stay away from negative energy. Do not let people suck in your energy, because those spirits can see the light in you. They can see your energy and they want to feed on that. If you're familiar with Parasite, he loves Superman because he can feed on Superman energy. You are a Superman. You are a Superwoman. You are a Kryptonian. Do not let anyone feed on your energy. Yea. Therefore, the so-called Gentiles, the mighty one has given them unto great shame and great reproach. That is why those hurricanes are pinpoint, with pinpoint accuracy, are destroying their neighborhood, their community, their houses, their boats, things that they hold dear unto the life. You know for a fact Gentiles value materialistic things above their life. Yea, a lot of them stay because they feared someone was going to rob them. Of course, there were a lot of looting going on. You do know that, right? We will talk about the looting that was going on, and the sheriff was pretty pissed. I will play the video. There's a lot of looting going on. Those people stay behind so they can loot the other fellow that stay next to them. And they didn't put that in the news because the neighborhood that being looted was being looted by the resident that stay behind, so they can swag and jack whatever the other people have, because they understand the other neighbor, he was a prepper. He had things in his house that worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, sometimes millions of dollars. They stock up on money. They have safe. They have guns. They have weapons and ammunition, and all those things were stocked up. Some of them they have YouTube channels. Some of them they told other people they know where they at. They did not leave. It's not like those people don't have the means to leave. They stay they behind so they can rob each other. The mighty one gave them into great shame and great reproach. Yea, thank God Almighty, He did not did this to us specifically. Yes, they were anticipated that this thing was going to hit directly into Miami, Little Haiti. A curve at less than 24 hours. That's why right now it is very hard for them to predict the path of this hurricane. Okay, back then they used to have 24 hours or 48. Right now they have mere hours. By the time they say this thing is going left, it's already going right, and it's been heading right. Hallelujah. Give the Most High a good hand, man. Give the Most High his hand, because he has confused our enemy. He had given them unto great confusion, great shame, great trembling of the loin, great chaos of the mind, great pandemonium of the spirit. We serve a great God, and we are the only people that can connect to our Heavenly Father in that level, in that degree. It's not time for us to stop in bickering. It's not time for us to turn back. It's time for us to keep on moving, keep on pushing. The front line tired, the back line take the place of the front line. The front line rest till the back line come back and the front line go forward, and we shift. I'm tired, I get a little bit day off, you keep moving. You're tired, you get a little bit day off, we keep, because the enemy don't take any break. So do we. We have to keep moving, brothers. This is it, brethren. There is nothing those people can do that can either make this thing right, make it stop, slow it down. It only going to get worse from this point. Heavenly Father, you that created the heaven and the earth, you that gave us all that is upon this earth to use them according to whatever that we want, whatever we please. We have lost those holy knowledge. We have lost those holy wisdom. Give unto us those knowledge and wisdom so we can behave and provide for ourselves in righteousness. Selah, so be it. To all the angels, the Holy Spirit, the earthly mother that's been there and protecting us and clothe us, and give us whatever that we please. Although we did great and terrible things against the Father, we had paid for our sin. Amen. We've been forgiven, and we had forgive the brothers and the sisters that we had caused to go astray. And we thank the Holy Spirit and all the angels, our guardian angels, the angels of the Zodiac, the angels of the days, the angels of the hours, the angels of the morning, the angel of the night, the angel of autumn, fall, uh, summer, winter, spring, the angel of the equinoxes, the angels of the solstice, everything. We thank all of them for being there and slowly, surely calling us, bringing us into this circle of learning, this very small circle that they call a cult. We have no problem with this name. Whatever you wish to put on us, yeah, that's something. All we've been doing all our lives is getting label put on us. This didn't destroy us. We're still here. We are not extinct. We are not going towards extinction. We say thank you. Your angels are doing a great job. Your task still remain the same. Protection for the nation and destruction for 83. May the mighty one leave you in our hand until we get out of this hellhole. Selah, so be it. By the horrible power, we leave you. Go perform those duties and come back and give us the report so we may give the mighty one great praise, great glory. Just like you guys bring the report of Hurricane Ian, Selah, so be it. All praises to the Most High. By the horrible and terrible power of the Most High God Almighty vested in me, I leave all of you in peace. Go in peace, beloved brothers and sisters. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all those things that you were saying. Help me in the comment board. And again, beloved, this is not the information that we're all going to discuss are not for everyone. If those things, if you're not ready for those things, please leave it alone. And you know what? Ah, boy. I don't know what would be best. Will it be best if we do a podcast later on at night? Is that what that is? Because if I do it later on, it's going to be like a one like 8, 9, or we can do it now. I don't know which one would have been best for the nation. So should we do a podcast later on? Because I don't want to overwhelm the nation. All right. Well, the people have spoken. We will come. We will reconvene later, at the proper time. We will discuss the angel of the zodiac of Libra. And we're going to share this information with you. And in the meantime, if you have not yet, you wait a minute. Did I wait? No, I haven't. What the hell am I doing? The sister sent me this. Anyway, I think Brother Devin. Did I send this to Brother Devin? I don't think it's in the website. Did anybody okay, later on you will see the PDF for Libra. Okay, and then later on we will discuss at night we will discuss what it is for the Libras out there. Let's see the combination of Libra there, what you can do. Now, when it comes to the zodiac things, most of the stuff the Gentiles are having out there, they are saying, it's more like for love, we're going to marry it and stuff. Most of you, I'm pretty sure, are not interested in love right now. You have enough of this thing. And for some of you, but nothing but misery upon you because you are doing it the wrong way. There are a proper way you need to get love, looking for love, and seeking love. Now, let me go ahead and clarify certain things. I don't know how to do this yet, but I share this knowledge to you, and then I'm going to go ahead and share it again. Each of you have 6 angels, have your family. And those 6 family angels, you have your main angels, which is your guardian angels. That's the main fellow. Mine is number 2, Jeliel, always with me. There's nothing you can do about this. You are born with it. Then you got 6 more that is close family. And 6 more family, you got like You are the, let's say for instance, this is not how it is, brothers. I'm just telling you that's how it is. And you got cousins, you got uncles, you got aunties, you have sister, you got brother, okay, you got a wife and a husband, so to speak. If you're a man out there, out of the six people, one of them is a woman. Every single man out there on this earth, there is a woman watching over you in the spiritual realm. And every man, every woman out there, there is men in the spiritual realm watching over you. Those are the ones that take care of your Noga side, the Noga Heights lifestyle. Every single one of you, you are brought upon this earth, for a lack of a better term, you're an animal. You have needs. You must do, and you're supposed to do what needs to be done as proper, reproduction cycle and stuff like that. That's what it is. Back then, when our people were in their blessing, when they were in the law, before young men or young women need to be married, their parents must meet first. When their parents meet, they don't discuss. Well, the Gentiles, they had bastardized, perverted this idea how they used to force women to marry with men and stuff like that. There weren't no such things like this. Doing our all historical um, papers that we've been reading in libraries and do research, you would never find any places on earth and anything that happened that they had to force a woman to marry a man. In our culture, it doesn't happen. When a young man, for instance, is at the age of, well, not the age, is at the maturity, so to speak, because ages, if we start getting into ages here, people will fight. Some people like, well, you can't get married until you reach the age of 30. You got a bunch of 30-year-old, 20-year-old children out there. You still got people in their 40s and 50s. They are kids. Their mentality, they're not mature. They behave like children. Yet they are eligible to marry, but they are not wife nor husband materials. They behave and act like children, very irresponsible. And those people are the one that people say, well, go marry them. Like some of you, you've been with somebody, you regret it. That person is very immature. They act like children. They can't do anything on their own. They fight all the time. Your whole marriage been a whole high school opera thing. Is that what that is? Soap opera, high school garbage. Okay. When a child back then become mature and they become somewhat ready for marriage, the way that they used to do it, that's our people, of course, everybody copy us. Okay, that's thank you, Study Jones. They don't go up, they go old. Most people that you're dealing with, they don't go up at all. They just go old. They got that childish mentality, that gossip mentality. When they come into a relationship, they don't come with maturity, responsibility. They come with nothing but immature debt, all the garbage and luggages and stuff. They supposed to, because of course, our culture and things were ruined. We didn't know how to do those things. Now, how did they do those things when they say they choose a wife for you? If you read the book, The Throne of David, I love this story. There is a story. There was the king. The king had an ambassador, Arbaces. Arbaces was the king's best friend. So the king wanted a queen. Therefore, he called his best friend. He said, I heard about the Egyptian princess. She's the most beautiful girl upon the world. Now, the king was the king of Abbas. I forgot his name. There's somebody remember, put it in the comment board. The king was the king. He was the Assyrian king. Okay, remember those Assyrian, they were Shemish. They were our cousin, brethren. Okay, those former Assyrian, remember they were calling Abraham an Assyrian, okay, or the Syrian, but for the lack of better word, we call them the Assyrian. So this Assyrian king was like the greatest empire. So he said, he called his best friend Abbasis. He said, look, listen, man, I heard this princess is the real deal. She's beautiful and stuff like that. I want to marry her. Therefore, there is a name for this. Therefore, I will send 50 camels, 200 horses, 500 asses. Again, back then, one ass was equivalent to a freaking Mercedes S class. You could not, I kid you not, you could not ride an ass. Asses were like the most luxurious. Woo! An ass was the most luxurious transportation form back then. Was even Yahushua, he had to bow and ask. He couldn't. He had to go ahead and can I borrow your walls where I gotta ride into the town and stuff like that. He couldn't afford it because asses was too expensive back then. Now they had a proper dowry. Is that what that is? Is that what they call it? Dowry. Now, excuse me. In the dowry, dowry. Forgive me for the word. The king will set 50. Do you know what it is? You, as a woman, I'm talking to the females out there. Do you know how it is when a man sending 50 asses, well, not 50 asses, 500 asses, 200 camels, 2,000 horses, 1,000 peacocks, chicken, cows, pigs, servants, slaves, gold, what else? The diamonds, precious stone, to go get you, to telling you that he's coming. That's a form. Back then, that's like receiving a text messages or a man swiping right in your whatever Tinder that you're doing. That's what it was. That means this man is interested in you. Are you interested in him? Yes or no? It wasn't something that, oh, he was trying to buy me. They were buying women. Oh, you think I'm some kind of, because Disney did this with Princess Jasmine. You think I'm somebody that you can come in and you buy me with your money and stuff. That's not what it was. In fact, most of the time, those women, they are not looking for things like, they are looking for something greater. But however, that's how it was. So the king sent Abbasis with a legion of men. He sent an army, over 800 men. He sent them with all those riches to go open to court the princess. Back then, when a man go met a woman, these men have to spend some time with the women. The women have to ask this man somewhere around 1,000 questions. Or 100, I forgot how many questions was it for those of you. I forgot all about this story, but let's say 1,000 questions. This woman will ask you 1,000 questions about you. We don't do that these days. We don't ask any question except, are you married? Are you single? No. I want to get that cookie. Why would I tell you I'm married? No. Well, there you go. The bakery is open. Let's bake right now. And then after that, after the baking, I'm finding out facts. I'm finding out you're lying to me. You lied. We don't ask 1,000 questions anymore. We don't ask 100 questions. And it usually takes at least 90 days for you to spend with this person asking questions. We will go out. We will eat. We will party. We will travel all over the world. Okay? We will ask, yes, are you gay or bisexual? Do you... It seems like you don't wear that hat, but I can see that cowboy, that sheriff badge. Do you go all the way? That's the question we ask. We don't ask anything else. We don't ask about family. We don't ask about, do you like women? Do you like mangoes? Do you like 1,000 questions? So now, because usually the king or the prince, they will leave the kingdom. They will go to the person. They will talk to the princess and all that. And princess used to love this. That's all. If most of the time, If a princess, they never had anybody that come to them, they will talk. The princess will go to the king, and the king will go out there and literally go kick some ass and find a man to bring to her daughter, because it was the duty of the man to bring your daughter a husband, a man that is just like you. And how they used to do that, they will call a priest or oh boy, a magician, a wizard. And then this wizard or wizardress or this high priestess will come, and this priestess will put things together. They will look at the stars, they will take an astrolabe, they will look, and then they will call the proper spirit. They will say, hey, who they will call the guy. If you're a woman, they will call the men that is watching over you. They say, what kind of men that will be good for her? And this spirit will say, this intelligence will say, okay, you see this prince over there of Persia, it will be best for the princess. She has two choices. Either she can get the prince of Persia or the prince of Africa. But the prince of Persia will be the best. Both good, but the best. And then they say, okay, well, that's ever since this child is born, and then they know this girl going to go up to marry this, because that's the husband that was chosen for her in the spiritual realm. And then they all agreed. They call the others, and then they talk to them, and then they say, my child has a compatibility with you, just like when you're doing your horoscope or zodiac. For instance, Libra is air. It is compatible with fire. Okay, now Libra is not compatible with Earth, because Earth is down, is below, it's steady. The air is free. They want to go places where Capricorn or stable person, they don't. Earth is pretty much good with everybody else. They really don't. Element of Earth, the balance. They are the ultimate balance. But anyway, so that's how they used to do things, and then they will come up. Okay, they will arrange the marriage, just 17 years in the making. They will put wealth, accumulated wealth for 17 years in the making, 16 years in the making. The reason why marriages don't last that much, we don't spend any time building them. We don't consult the spirits, we don't call the intelligence. That's what they used to do. Now, again, usually the king will leave his country and go to this person, to this queen, to this princess, and talk to her. And then they will spend time, brothers. And during this time, remember when Abbasis was writing the letter when he met Adora, was it? Adora. When he met Adora, he literally tell, hey, we did everything. They hang out all the time. We don't do that. We think back then it wasn't about cookies. People make these things literally about baking. It must happen. That's not what it was. They spent time. This woman will test you, brother. In that 1,000 questions, this woman will ask, and out of all 1,000 questions, she will ask you 100 of them for you to name the capital city of the world. For instance, this woman will test your cognitive. What that is? Your cognitive, whatever that is. They will ask you, okay, how many vertebrae does a goat have? How many vertebrae men have? A human body? They will check you. They will test you in science. You will go on a lot of question and test. What is a woman's cycle? Women's cycles are 3 to 5 days and stuff. Then after that, the egg is detached, the ovary and all that. That's why back then, I mean, you have to be the top of the soil princess to get. You have to be a doctor in the same time, a scientist, an astrologer, a high priest and stuff. You have to get all those knowledge right there. We don't do those things. Our women don't ask our men about their intelligences. A lot of them don't do this because they want, forgive me, they want this man to depend on them. Some men don't ask that. They want to be smarter than this woman. They act like they are smart, so this woman will depend on them. It's all right now. We don't do those things. So this woman will ask a question: what's your favorite color? Oh, red. Mine is blue. And then we laugh. And then you will go ahead to courtesy, okay? When you go out and then you bought her a little gazelle. Those things were freaking difficult. I don't know what the hell were princesses all about gazelle. Not only those things are incredibly dangerous, they are fast, and then you could not even, You know what it would take back then to catch a freaking gazelle? And then they're always like the little, the little bimbi, those little deer. Is that what they call it? Those little bimbi, deer, gazelle stuff. You have to bring them and stuff. Those things are incredible. Sometimes those kings try to catch it because you have to go and catch it yourself. That's why David had to bring the princess a little baby gazelle, and she fall in love with him right there. The fawn, is that what that is? A fawn? Those things are incredible, difficult to catch, but you're gonna have to get one and bring it to her, and then she had to raise it and then eat on her hands. You have to take her to other countries and travel and then buy her things, precious stuff, and she keep asking you question, what sign you were born, and then you, at whatever question she asks, you ask the same question to her if it is compatible with her. You go to concert and stuff, and people know that they those two people are courting. They see the bodyguard with you, the bodyguard with her, and then there's something she used to wear upon her head that say that this man is courting me, and something you used to have, you say this I'm courting this woman. And then in the process, they start knowing each other. And sometimes, brothers, you don't even ask the 1,000 question. Those people fell in love. Just like when Abbasis went over there to the princess, the king could not leave, his empire, because he was afraid of being attacked, because his enemy, they're waiting for him to leave so they can attack him. So he sent his cousin to go courting this princess, this Egyptian princess. When Abbasis get over there to this Egyptian princess, he start telling the Egyptian princess, start asking him, what about this king, why can't he be here? He said, well, the kingdom and stuff, things. He said, how is he? Well, he's a 6'5" black man, strong and stuff like that. And then he say, "Oh, you his friend?" And then they start to, and then now the princess is losing interest in the king. She start gathering feelings for him because she was spending more time with him, and she can see that he was struggling. He was literally telling the answer about himself, and she fall in love with him. And she said, "I don't want the king." And he said, "Well." Good, then we will return everything and stuff. He said, you ain't gonna return anything. I want you. And he said, I want you above everything. Again, you see what she did? She literally, that princess do that all the time. People always thought that princess always behave. No, they don't. They didn't. There's no story in that story. No real history of princess really behave. She sent all her servant away. The palace was empty. When Abbasis came in, was like, what the hell? There's nobody here. And then from a mile away, you can smell her perfume. And then when he get there, she was alone, and like, something is wrong. He's like, where are the servants? And so she said, I'll send them away. Come, see. And the clothes that she was wearing, she made business. And Abbasis felt that he like, I would rather stay. And she came in, and her what they call those things again that women wear at night? Is that what that is? Lingerie? Is that she wear lingerie and then came in and tell him, I want you. I don't want your king. I want you. And he said, I would never betray my king like this. And the princess said, okay, well, my father is dying. If you come with me, you will become the king of Egypt. This man is already a king of Assyria. Marry me. Of course, the word marry me means something else. Say, marry me right here in this chair. Nobody here and stuff. He said, I can't do this. And she was forcing him. He didn't want to do this. What did she do to him? Anybody remember? Hydrated the holy temple with the Holy Spirit. Yes. There you go. She put him in prison. She said, you will rot in here until you love me. It happened all the time, brothers. She put him in prison. She starved him almost to a point he almost died. He become nothing but skin on his bone. And every day she visit him, she keep telling him, "Will marry me, marry me, marry me." She said, "No, I can't do this. The king is my friend," and all that. Now, in the previous story, when you do your research, there were many princes that come and courting her. She didn't want them. She spent time with them. She found out they were idiots. When she met Abbasis, she thought this is the man. This is the man that would be my best man. I already saw his mannerism, his way and stuff. Just like when the man, sometime a king went and court a princess, she's a whore when they get there and they start like talking to this princess. She's self-entitling, she's so narcissist. They're like, yo, okay, can you leave me alone with maiden one of your maiden friend, and they will go with they'll go back home with the maiden. Back then things were done like this as a form of knowing each other, and once the marriage is done, you spend at least 2 years knowing your wife, knowing your husband, and go around the world and travel and do things. Yes, the Gentile swagger jack those things from us. They took the whole thing, turned it into the honeymoon. They spent a few days traveling, like not a few, a week. So they travel to Spain or whatever cheap country they can go, and they do that. Back then, it was better than that. Now, most of you can even spend 2 years vacationing around the world, go places. It is always when those people are married, it is always somebody that they grow up with, somebody they know for a fact. Ever since they were a little boy or a little girl, they told them this man is destined to be your marriage. And girls back then used to do this thing all the time. There's a specific time during the year, and there is a intelligence, as you can call. You can ask him, who am I going to marry? Some of the girls were poor. They could not, they could not afford these things. Some of the men were poor. So they will go ahead and then ask this way, they will say, hey, little John will be your husband, little Jane will be your wife, and this and that and this. But there was always a formal things to court, to go ahead and ask these women in marriage. And sometimes those women, before they go in marriage, they ask their father, they're like, Daddy, I want a man, and you better bought me the best man out there. And the king will go out there and take down kingdom and stuff, and then force them in. If this man don't want to, they will kill you to marry their daughter. Sometimes it goes like that, but it was nothing about a man trying to buy you for money. As you can see, the Egyptian princess did not want the king of Assyria, although the king has all the money and all that. She didn't want that because she didn't spend any time with him. She fell in love with the general, Abbasis. It wasn't about men, and the Gentiles make it to our women seems like, okay, they are buying you. You better than that, girl. They come to our princesses. They make them they turn our princesses into street whores. As a woman, when those Gentiles come in our land, they change our law. Or women, you know for a fact, the moment you're married, you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about it. You lack nothing financially. What they do, they stroke the ego of our women. They cut the men out, and they say, you can go ahead, you can do it on your own. And then these women go out there, they destroy themselves. Instead of being princess, they degrade our women to street workers. They have to go work for a company. They give them a title. They don't pay them that much. They give them a big title. If they take their women and our women, they don't pay them the same salary. They already tell their women, don't discuss your salary with them. Where you got this job making $100,000 a year, the person that are doing the same job as you making 700, 800,000. And that check is say 100,000, but they got 700,000 bonus. They make our people work for wealth when we have stored wealth. The same thing go for our men. Instead of our men go out there courting princesses and stuff like that, we go in the street corner. The moment one of our men get this money, they go to their community. They find the most ratchet one they can find. They quickly marry this woman because she has an Instagram page. I saw her butt, or she did something and stuff, or she made that sex tape with this fellow. Therefore, she's a good woman, and I'm going to marry her for clout and stuff. Anybody remember the whole story about J-Lo? If it wasn't for Puff Daddy, if it wasn't for men, nobody would know who Jennifer Lopez was. Now she got all the wealth. Where are the Negroes that used to be with her? The so-called Kim Kardashian. She just suck up the wealth and mentally effed up those men. And you have millions of them brothers out there. They are waiting for opportunity. Like the moment they get the money, they just go to another place and find the most ratchet. You're like, okay, well, at least this woman is decent. This woman is she's I don't know, a nurse, a doctor, or something. This woman she works. She used to do nope. Those women they suck up all your. There's a reason why they don't want you to date their women, unless if you have a lot of money. I told people this before. One of the way those business go when you have, for some of you, you might have a ticket. This guy pull you over and give you a ticket, to just like give you a citation, so to speak. And then a few days later, you start receiving things on the mail. This lawyer, I will defend you, and this and that. There's a connection. Just like if you become a rapper, you become a billionaire, and all of a sudden you will see things are popping up on your phone. Girls are walking to your house and asking you things and stuff. Those people, they sent them to you. And they don't come like that, man. They don't just come because they're gonna shake their butt. Nah, they come with something else, something that you are calling witchcraft, something you refuse to look into, something you refuse to practice, something you refuse to close, shut down, locked. They come with certain smell on them, certain things. They hypnotize you. They got your good spirit, and then you're done. Those women just lock you up in there. And they are not there because they love you. You're nothing to them. You're a joke. You're a novelty to those people. And then they suck up the money, they leave. Because we had lost the way we used to do things. Even now, we're not even talking about celebrities. Our people don't know how. That's why I don't like to talk about two things in our community: baking and diet. Those two things, our people are complete. We are completely lost. People don't know what there are certain things that it's not like, oh, I know everything, but certain way that we used to do things, they used to be done properly. The problem that came up, brothers, we felt like everybody have the right to bake and marry. It doesn't. Some people are not husband material. Some people are not mothers or wife material. Some men should never have children, and some women should never have children because they weren't sent there to do this thing. Some people have children. You see the way those kids are raised. Some of you are the product of certain environments. Sometimes you wish I wish I should have never born. Because they didn't receive the training they were supposed to receive to raise children, to raise a family. A family back then used to be raised by the entire city, the entire village. Everybody know who you are, who your folks is, who your father is, who your mother is, your uncle, what school you're going to. Everybody know you. Everybody watching over you. We had lost those things. We lost those privileges. Now, when dating people, now we are asking them, are you a vegan? That's like the biggest thing. Like, I'm not going to be with someone that is not a vegan. You think I'm going to telling you that I'm not a vegan? Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, vegan, yo. Do you support those people over there, this community? Well, do you support them? Yes, I do. Well, then I do. I support them too. Are you an activist? Are you an activist? Yes, I'm the one. Yeah. So we doing like that thing. Then, based on those three questions, let's go ahead. Let's do what must be done. I'll do it. We don't ask people just like when you're dating right now. Okay, be over 6 feet, athletic, slender body, have good manner. What else? What's going on there? Oh boy. Have clean clothes. What else again? And be nice. So all I have to do is get clean clothes, Be nice and stuff, and you will unlock the door for me to go ahead and eat whatever that I want in this bakery. Oh yes, I will lie to you and do this. Make six figure. Yeah, I will. I'll forge my way to show that six figure. This is not how courting was. You see, you find more truth when you spend time with somebody, whether that person you are working with that person, or you're in the same church, or somebody that you know. You're going to study this person, his mannerisms, and after a couple of months or after a year, you already know this person. Now it's like, are you making money? We don't. Like I told all people, it's one thing that you don't, when you meet somebody that you're interested in, you don't question this person personally. You don't come up to this person and say, "Are you married? Are you single?" You make yourself known to this person. You are acquainted the whatever they call it. Good morning, good morning. You start talking, and the conversation and the aspect, you will know if this person is married. Something will happen. Oh, my wife called me, my girlfriend called me and stuff. In the conversation, you ask certain question that tap into this. Certain interests. Just like if you're a woman, you don't call to you see some men you will meet, you the way to do this talking and stuff, you're like, wait a minute, are you copying me, my sister, or people that are like me? But you don't go ahead and ask him, wait, are you a cowboy? Because you giving me the vibe over there. In the process, you're going to read this person. The same thing goes for you men. The only time I would advise anyone to ask anything, if anything, they have to get down to the baking, you have to ask, is this room clean here? Is the oven clean? Is there anything I should know? There are certain things that what define that word banal. Banal. We don't learn those things. We don't do those things anymore. People date out of being necessity of being lonely, of being left alone. And when we do those things, and then we always end up with like, why did I end up with this guy? That's what it is. Is the rich people are always busy making up more money. People caught up in their Disney reality. That's we living the life of. That's why they have those things. Keep up with the Joneses. Keep up with this. Keep up. I can keep up with you, man. You driving a super fast car. I'm in a freaking wheelchair. How am I supposed to? I barely can keep up with a walking person. Banal. So lacking in originality as to be obvious and boring. Banal question. Somebody could ask, sit there. I want a man with blue eyes, green stuff. I don't know, black eyes. I want a man with no beard, or I want a man with beard. That's it. So that's what it is. Yeah. What about you? I want a woman with a big ass. Okay, that's all. That's all. And then we all complaining like this woman with the big ass put me on child support. She made my life a hell. And well, yeah, but you that's what you did. You asked for women with the physical stuff, and this what you asked for this man. I want them the nice man, the man to be nice and stuff. And of course, any abusers gonna come out there and be the nicest guys to you. You cannot read. By now, brothers, every single one of you that been doing your research, if you can tell who this person is by when that person is talking and telling, because there is something in them. It will come out. You will see it. You'll say, this is not a good man for me, or this is not a good woman. 2 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, a sister sent me something, then I went and picked it up. While I was there, and there was like a young lady walking up the cashier. I'm going to alter the story to hide the identity of this person. I was second or third online, and it seems she's newly hired. She was working for one of those what that thing name again? One of those Arab fellow, things like that. And when she was there, and the person in front of me, they had something they asked her, I'm not quite sure what it was, and she could not do it in the computer. And there was people at work do sarcasm, but you could feel that the Arab fellow was trying to get at her or get with her, or so to speak, but she was kind of like rejecting his offer, whatsoever it was. And he said something. Where you from? She said, "What?" She said, "Originally, I'm from Georgia, some place in Georgia." And then she was talking, and the man said something. He said, "Oh, well, do I have to show you this or two times? And so, why can't you learn this and stuff?" He was laughing and stuff, and she said, "Don't make me kill you." And the man laughed, but when I was there, I could see it in her eyes. She was dead serious. She said, "I can kill you. They will never find out if I did it." Yo, she was cold blooded. I'm talking if you watch the Silent of the Limb, this is like Hannibal. She was dead serious. She wasn't sarcasm. The dude was laughing and stuff. She says, "I'm not playing. I can take you home with me, go to your house, I can kill you. I can go to a hotel, kill you. They will never find out if I did it." And the man like, he was, he get a little nervous. So I'm standing there, and she was dead, brothers. I never seen somebody was so serious. She meant it. So the guy in front of me left, well, that woman, I'm not quite sure. And then I came in, and she asked me, "Sir, what is your information?" and stuff. So I gave her my information, my phone number, and then she made a joke about she could not hear. She said, "Can you talk a little bit louder?" She said, "Or I can, or you do." She said something that, "Or do you want me to come over here and make you talk louder?" And I didn't say anything. While I was hearing her having this conversation, I have a special ring. I don't wear this ring like this. One of the sisters showed her the video of something that happened. I had that ring. If I didn't have that ring, I wouldn't be here. So I put the ring on when I approaching her, because you can see the spirit in her. And I put the ring on. And when she said, "Do you want me to come over there and make you talk louder?" And I just looking at her like straight in her third eye, and I say couple words. And her facial, I word this word in the community. Some people already know what I look her straight in her third eye, and I just say the word, and her facial things switch. And she said, "I'm just kidding. I heard what you're saying." And she typed everything and then give me what I wanted. I just walk out of there. I did not say another word to her. Why? Some people, when they are talking, brothers, you can see it in their face. Now, telling you the truth, brother, she was a young woman, 20, oldest 25, nice body and all that. And you, as a man, you didn't read when she told this man, "I can kill you and I would get away with it." And she said, "So I'm not quite sure. I think she said, I've done that before." She said something like that. She said something, "I can do it and no one will know." And then she come up to you and make a joke. She say, "Do you want me to come over there and make you speak louder?" And you bite. You say, "Oh, why don't you come over here and this and that?" Because she was asking me for my phone and stuff like that. And I already know what she meant. And the next thing you know, you get down with this woman, and then something happened. You ended up being the victim. And then you sit there like, how could I have not seen this? What is like, what? Oh, good Lord, why did I end up with her and stuff? You didn't see that? You didn't read that? Like I told all people, brothers, never, ever, anytime somebody make any sarcasm joke about killing you or killing somebody, they mean it. It's like, "Well, I'm just kidding." It doesn't work like that. You don't do that too. You don't threaten people live. You know why? Because things are listening. Things are listening. You might say it. The moment you say that, your armor crack, and then this energy get in you, and then they will lay there dormant until this person did something, and then you, in your own rage, you lift up something and stuff. You got a gun, or you punch you this, you kill this person. Now, if you this woman, if you are dating someone, please, brothers or sister, if you are dating that person make a joke about killing you or killing somebody else, back your right then and there. Don't say, I'm not trying to be rude. That person said, "I kill you. Oh, you mess up my food. I kill you." You just live. If you got the money, you put the $20 or whatever on this table. You're out. This person calling stuff. You don't ever talk to anyone that threaten either your life or the life of this waiter or an employee that's trying to do their job, even though they are rude or whatever. You don't stay with anyone that's I'm gonna kill you and stuff like that. This is why. Hopefully I can find it. Forgive me. Mm-hmm. Oops. The looting for the hurricane. Boy, there we go.
Susan, this is a heartbreaking story. The sheriff's department says the mom was stabbed to death by her boyfriend, who is now on the run, and her 5 children are now orphans, afraid for their safety. In this East Los Angeles neighborhood, a memorial now sits outside of a house where a loving mother was brutally murdered. Flowers, candles, and a photo of Milagros Angelica Medina fill the space.
Milagro, which means miracle. Angelina, which means angel.
She also loved this man, but unfortunately, he took it upon himself to take her life. And it's sad because we lost a friend.
Lulu is one of many family friends reeling over Medina's death. The sheriff's department says Medina was stabbed multiple times by her live-in boyfriend, who they aren't naming right now while they look for him. And it all happened in front of Medina's 5 children, ranging in ages from 3 to 18 years old. One of the kids' friends was also there, witnessing the horrific crime Friday night.
It was really gruesome. Her 5 children seen her 3-year-old son. There was a lot of blood splattered everywhere. The blood went on to him. That's what really broke me.
The friend is shielding her identity for safety because the boyfriend is still out there.
We don't feel safe at all.
The friend says the stabbing was the result of Medina saying she wanted to break up with the boyfriend.
She just didn't want to be with him anymore because she didn't feel safe. She hadn't slept for 3 days straight. And she would always tell her children to keep an eye on him to see if he would do anything to her.
Lulu says the family called police several times too,
but
nothing came of it.
And it's a shame that the system's supposed to help us, and unless they see blood, then they're there.
They don't care.
She believes the system is failing the kids now too.
All right.
Lulu says she tried talking to a social.
He has been, of course, the whole video, the white Jesus, those Christian, the stuff. Her name is Milagro, Miracle, Angelina, Angel, and all that. Those people have been taken out now. What happened is he's been threatening her. And if anybody out there, whether you're a wife or husband, there's a brother, his wife threatened to kill him. The brother he disappeared. The brother just disappeared. He never went back to the house. If anybody threatened to, because they will, brothers, they will. They will kill you. If anybody threaten your life, you living with this person, disappear. Don't tell this person, I'm gonna leave you. Or you just come up in this person and say, I want a divorce. It doesn't work like that. A cool guy, like this guy, you say you want to divorce, is like, okay, well, there'll be an argument. Some of those dude, especially a police officer, there's that document is some stuff. I'm not saying anything online. You can type in some documentary could pop up, talking about like police officer's wife, talking about if you're a police officer's wife, there's nothing you can do. We're gonna call the police. Is that what that is? You're going to call the police. If you are in a relationship, somebody threaten your life, disappear. You don't need to tell this person, oh, I'm going to leave you one day. Just like that person said, I'm going to kill you one day. They never tell you, I'm going to kill you, let's see, Tuesday, October the 4th at 7 p.m. They don't give you a date. You don't give them a date. Tuesday, September the 4th, 7 p.m., you disappear. That person is looking for you, and then when you disappear, you let the authority know that, hey, this fellow threatened my life multiple times. I don't want him to know where I'm at. I'm not missing. You tell a certain family after the day that you're gone, you send a letter. I'm not missing. You're done. You're gone because he or she will kill you. The man, the same thing. There was another video that a wife, she killed her father, her father-in-law, her brother, her husband. She had a problem with the men of the family. She killed all of them. Just leave with the speed of silence, not with the speed of sound, because you want to leave quick or fast. You're not fast. You just want to get there. You live in the dark. Nobody know when you're gonna go, and then you don't try to contact this person. I'm sorry and stuff like. You just leave. I told this story. Let me close with this. I have a record label. Still have it. I sign an artist. We released three songs, but one of them was a hit, so to speak, and she started to gain traction. And she started to, of course, when our people gain traction, what do? They go online, social media, and then they're stunting on people. Doing the stunt, and her boyfriend, they get into an argument. And she said, well, once my song become big, I won't need you. And she said, I'm gonna make so much money, 2/3, and I'm gonna make so much money and things like that. I'm gonna be my own and stuff. This guy, my manager, my producer, he's taking care of me. He know what he's doing and stuff. And then the dude said, so him and stuff like that, I'm going to kill him. And she laughed. She said, you don't know this guy. You know what? I'm going to tell him what you said. And the guy begged him. And she came in and she thought I would have seen it as a joke. And she said, well, I was arguing with my boyfriend and stuff like that. He said he's going to kill you because of the music and stuff like that. I have a full interview with Presley Snipe. If you look for Ibn Black and Presley Snipe interview, I have a full interview about this whole thing. And then the same day, and it just reminded me, I said, why didn't I put this in a contract? And the same day, the same time she did this, I cut her off. I went into prayer. I cut her off. That happened in 2017, 2018. Is that what that is? 2018 or 17. I cut her off. We done?
At that time, Big Daddy?
All right, baby. I'm coming, okay?
Okay.
All right. I cut her off. Ever since then, I told her, well, you're no longer part of my label. Well, you didn't produce anything. I would everything and producing everything. So good luck now. She said, why? And stuff like that. I said, your boyfriend threatened my life. Cut her off. The song's still there. It's still garbage and stuff like that. But ever since, I just cut her off. And she left the boyfriend and things. I just cut her off. And I told her straight up, if I ever see your boyfriend come near my door or my place, that's a down payment on his coffin. because he doesn't know what he's talking about. See, your mouth, when someone tell you they're going to kill you, they already kill you in the spiritual realm. So what you did, you return the curse upon them in the spiritual realm. You don't play with that. Even though people say, oh, well, he was angry or he was drunk. Oh, you, you want, don't you ever do this. Ever threaten somebody saying the word, I'm going to. You don't say this. That's why in most movies, that person says, I'm going to end you. I'm going to take you to the bank, to the blood bank. You see, a spirit that hear that, they don't know what you mean. That's why when we use the word flowers, you talk about real flowers. When you threaten someone, you threaten that person to a point like you threaten them classically because there are things listening. If you speak straight, you're done. You don't speak straight. Yeah, nah. If you have somebody that going to that face and stuff, I told you the story about the wife, cousin. This man he got out of jail though. He got out of jail in 2009. He killed her in 2000, choked her to death. Said one day I'm gonna choke you to death. I'm gonna do it, and she all up in his face, and he grabbed her, he pressed, and she's fighting. He grabbed her like he was trying to, put the water out of a wet clothes, and he twists her neck with all his might. He killed her. And then arguing in the courtroom and stuff. They give him 9 years because it was kind of like a self-defense and then stuff. He had some court on him and stuff. They could not figure. They gave him 9 years. He went in jail in 2000. He got out 2009. He been out of jail for the past like 12 years. Be careful, brethren. Be careful. All right. All right. So I will leave you with peace, beloved. I will say fast, pray, repent, repeat. May the King reign forever. Oh, I'll see you folks later on for the whole podcast. Remind me, if you don't see me coming, call me because, boy, when I leave there at 2 p.m., come back at 10. All right? Shalom.